DJ Pharaoh.
Yeah. DGambitRadio. We right back at y'all once again, man. This is DGambitRadio, Season 7, Episode number 2. Bar exam. Yes, man, I'm so glad y'all back with me once again. As always, rocking with your man D Gambit. We got nothing but another impressive show for you guys tonight, as always, man. So look, man, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know what's going on tonight. So tonight in the building, we got an exclusive interview, man, coming up. If you don't know already, if you haven't seen any of the advertisements, you know what I mean, none other than the First Lady, 130 Tribe, Miss Matrix is in the house tonight, one of the top battle rappers on the scene. So if y'all don't know about her, get to know her, go ahead and go on YouTube. I give y'all some other links to go to. She's going to explain that to y'all when she come on in a minute right here on DGambitRadio. So we're talking about battle rap, needless to say, tonight. We got Miss Matrix in the building. And y'all, if anybody really know me or heard a lot of the show, y'all know that's my favorite movie. So we're excited to have Miss Matrix in the building. So we'll be getting into that. You know what I mean? I told y'all a lot of live shit coming this this season and beyond right here on DGambitRadio. So just as promised, we definitely got the first interview of the season about to get underway in a minute here. So look, man, it's right back where you left it, right where you thought it was. Tonight we'll be also discussing numerology. We kind of dipped into that last week. We kind of got into a real ill conversation, the round table last week, and we were talking about some pretty deep shit. So tonight we will be getting into numerology. All right, so stay tuned for that. Also, independence. I know it's a lot of independent artists out there. I know it's a lot of independent women out there. I see y'all. It's a lot of independent revolutions going on. We will talk about that later too. So we're talking about independence tonight. You know what I mean? Also, black dollars. I won't even get into that. I will explain exactly what I mean by that coming up. Trump's America, your president, the orange tyrant, as we call him here on DGambitRadio. Trump's America. We will definitely get into that shit. I mean, you know, and much more, man. This is DGambitRadio. So look, don't go nowhere. Like I told you, tonight definitely got a real ill show for you. Once again, First Lady of 130 Tribe, Miss Matrix in the house, one of the top battle rappers. So we're excited to have her on the line tonight with the exclusive interview. So don't go nowhere. We're about to get into that real soon, the other topics. So look, the number to call in, of course, is 914-338-1146. Best show on the universe, DGambitRadio. Let's get it cracking. So look, if you're on the line, I'm going to holler at you in a minute. We got to play some of this music. You know what it is. It's DGambitRadio. We about to get it cracking shortly. You already know. So, first of all, let's go ahead and get into this world premiere from last week. It's your boy D Gambit. Nippo, zombie killer. Got that feeling.
They call me phenomenal astrological being two places at once it seems. Triple beams couldn't weigh the work I put in. Original stand-up men, triple certified with leather highs for skin. I go in every day, show up every night. You fuck either way like a hermaphrodite. Let me expedite the process and tell you why we here. Y'all niggas was some bums last year, doing the same shit from 2009. I'm about to hurt some people's feelings cause they fucking with mine. 10 times my money flipped from just what I made from 2011. Few guys I have to flip from the team cause they wouldn't catching up. Your time's up, good catching up on old times, but I gotta slide. Besides, y'all'll be doing the same shit next time. So excuse me if I gotta leave, I won't be left behind. You ain't gon' make the league. You running out of time, I'm running out of excuses, but niggas ain't trying to do shit, looking stupid. Talking about you on a revolution, we can't even get past Blast Hill on self in the foot. Man, look, won't you admit you shook, halfway crook, halfway religious, halfway killer.
Life innovations, yeah. DGambitRadio, we back in the building, man. So look, like I told you guys before, man, season 7, episode 2, we're in the building, man. About the bar exam. The bar exam, that's what we're talking about today. Bars as in lyrics, man. Bars as in hip-hop. So look, tonight coming up in about 5 minutes or so, we got an exclusive interview with none other than the first lady of the 130 tribe straight out of Houston. You know what I'm saying? Miss Matrix in the building, one of the top female battle rappers. So we're going to get into that in a second. So before we do that, let's go ahead and go to the phone lines before we get into this exclusive interview. And before I do that even, I want to apologize once again. I got mixed up several times, man. I apologize, y'all. I had a chance to relax, sit down, look at the stats, look at all of the episodes, and look at my analytics. This is episode number 98. It was right at the top of my analytics. Didn't put it out there right for y'all last time, but yeah. That's what it is, episode 98, man. So, look, I know we had somebody that was on the line. I don't know if they had some difficulties and they go chime back in or whatnot, but we will keep it rolling. Like I said, of course, that number called in is none other than 914-338-1146. You already know what it is. It's DGambitRadio. So, look. Go ahead and hit us up, man, because we definitely got some good shit that we want to talk about tonight. We're going to go ahead and play some more of this good music for y'all before we get into this interview. So we're going to go with another world premiere. Or you know what? Let's do this. Let's go ahead and go with my man, Mr. Big Time, speaking to Houston, since we're on the Houston vibe tonight. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man, Mr. Big in the building. DGambitRadio, Fab, Cole, Louie. Yeah, man, we back in the building, man. So, like I said before, man, glad that y'all rocking with me once again. The feedback has been incredible. Like I always say, I know y'all probably get tired of hearing me say that shit, but trust me, feedback has been incredible. This is season number 7. Second episode of the 7th season. This is episode number 98, y'all. Number 98. We done talked about some shit on this show. We done had some guests. We done broke a lot of new music. And the shit is getting real serious. So I'm proud of y'all for being proud of me. And I'm glad that y'all still rocking with me. So we got episode 100 coming up. I don't know what we gonna do. The shit gonna be crazy. So I want y'all to definitely join me on that. So like I said before, man, we definitely got a special guest for y'all in the building tonight. None other than the Matrix. Shout out to 130, the 130 tribe. You already know what it is. So we will get to that in a minute, man. I'm so glad that y'all rocking with me. Before we get into that real quick, I just want to say, like I said a whole bunch of times before, man, everybody that really want to hear the real shit, whether it be the music, whether it be the real talk, whether we just having a conversation talking about the world or whatever it is, always know, like I said before, that it's people that's on the same vibe, that same wavelength, the same shit as you. You know what I mean? So about 1,000s. You know what I mean? So we got them commas up. You know what I mean? We got thousands of people rocking with us. So I'm happy for that. So we go keep doing that shit. So look, let's go ahead and get to what we came to get into. So look, let's go ahead and see if we got our special guest on the line tonight. You're in the building. It's DGambitRadio. Y'all already know what it is. So look, y'all, I think we got none other than the first lady of 130 tribe in the building. So Miss Matrix, You live with us? We got you connected?
Yeah, I'm here. This is Matrix. How you doing?
I'm good. How you feeling?
I'm all right.
That's what's good. So we're glad we got you in the building. So we're going to go ahead and get to some questions, and we're going to go ahead and do our interview and let the people know exactly what you got going on. But before we do that, go ahead and give everybody a formal introduction. Let them know who you is, where you from, who you represent, you know what I'm saying, and what you doing out here.
Well, it's Matrix. I'm the First Lady of 130 Tribe, also known as Queen 130. I'm out of Houston, battle rapping.
Hell yeah! So we went and always go into the archives and do my homework. You know what I'm saying, when we have people on the show, and I was looking at your battles, and I just seen you intimidating a lot of them chicks, man. So before we jump into another one of these joints right quick, we're going to play one of these joints before we go ahead and do this interview. I got to ask you one question, like, how do you approach the battles, and how do you look so composed and intimidating as opposed to being intimidated like the other chicks that you be going against? Like I seen the one chick, I can't remember her name. She had the long braids, and like she couldn't remember her rounds with shit, and it was just over. So I think you. So yeah.
That was me versus DJ. That's my most recent battle. It takes a lot of practice. Honestly, I don't think I practice enough. You just gotta learn to get comfortable. You know, you have to learn to get comfortable. It has to be believable. You know, everything you rap about and everything you put out there, your performance has to be believable. So the more comfortable you are, you know, the more it shows. And that was actually something that I was really trying to nail this last battle. Because my other battles, I wasn't happy with my performance at all. So that was one thing I definitely wanted to work on.
Okay. All right. So my second question going to be, before we go ahead and get into this music right quick, what would you say, or I should say, let me rephrase that. How much of a let's just say, if you take enough points, if it's a real boxing fight, like that's how a lot of people look at it. You're in that square circle. So if it's like a real boxing fight, like how many points do you think that you would take off, just for how can I put it, having to like regather yourself and go ahead and spit them rhymes out again?
Gosh. As far as the point system, I don't know. I mean, I'm probably my worst.
Like, is it a big deal? Like, I put it like that. Like, is it really a big deal? Like, you thinking most people, man?
It depends on how the battle goes. I mean, most people will say if you choke or if you stumble, that automatically causes you to lose a battle. For some people, it depends on what your opponent does. You know, if your opponent, if they choke or they stumble, I think the only thing that might have saved me as far as that battle goes was probably my performance and the fact that she was actually, you know, stumbling also. So, you know, she kind of stood still in one spot and didn't really perform her rounds all that much. So, I mean, I definitely had a one-up on her in that note, but, so.
I could dig that. And see, for me, I don't really think that's a big deal, because, like, if you look at it, because I look at it like a sport, and if you look at any other sport, anybody, no matter what caliber of performer they are, they might have any type of mistake. It might be small, it might be big, but it's like that's a part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I agree with what you just said. That recovery is mean. You know what I'm saying? It's just just like you said, if you slaying your opponent, then that's all it is to it. So I could definitely dig you on that. So look, this is what we're gonna do. I don't want nobody to go nowhere. We got Matrix in the building, 130 Tribe in the building. It's DGambitRadio, episode number 2 of season 7. Man, this is episode 98, y'all. So look, don't go nowhere right quick. We'll go ahead and play this quick little joint. We got Miss Matrix in the building. We definitely got the rest of this live interview coming up. So y'all need to go ahead and get to know the name Matrix 130 Tribe in the building. You already know what it is. Yeah. Yeah. So in case y'all just now joining us, man, this is DGambitRadio. We got none other than Lady Matrix in the house, the first lady of 130 Tribe. You already know what it is, Matrix in the building. So I just wanted to go ahead and jump into some of that music, you know what I mean, because for anybody who have not listened to the show before, we get into nothing but the real hip-hop. We have some of that barbershop talk, you know what I mean, we get into these interviews, so it's about that real hip-hop. So send us your music, man, D8Gambit@hotmail.com. So go ahead and send me that music. So big shout-out to my man, Mr. Big Time, you know what I mean, straight out of Houston. You know what I mean, as well, you know what I mean, giving me that real good music. I played one of them joints earlier, I'm just saying, it's the name of the single, so y'all want to go ahead and look out for that. So shout out to everybody out there. So, Matrix.
What's happening?
All right, so look, I got a real interesting question for you. So, when we were talking about battle rap, right? Now, coming out of Houston, now, you remember when people used to always say that hip-hop came out of the East Coast and blah, 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 and they the ones that had the bars, and then you had 3 Stacks came through and was like, the South got something to say. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm from Cleveland, you know what I'm saying, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? I've been down here in Tampa for, man, it's going on 4 years, you know what I mean? So, I done lived up north, down south. So, how do you feel, or how is it, let me put it to you like this, how is it different? Or is it different being from Houston and coming with them bars? Like, what was it like coming up in Houston? Like, how did you get to where you spit them bars like that? Like,
I must say this. I'm not from Houston. I actually just moved to Houston like 6 months ago, so I'm not actually from Houston. So that makes it a little bit different for me battling in Houston, because even for me being here, it's still like it's an away game. You know what I'm saying? So the crowd and the battle rap community still hasn't quite gotten used to Matrix yet. But it's gonna have to get to a point where, you know, they either gonna have to get used to me, or, you know, it is what it is. I'm not going nowhere, so. But I'm actually from Florida, so.
Okay. So you from over there? So where you from in Florida?
Pensacola.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. So to rephrase my question, let me ask you a different question then. So how do you feel coming from the South, and people always trying to act like people from the South was the ones that don't got the bars, like it was just the East Coast? Did you ever feel a certain? Did it hit you like that, or did it not affect you?
It's still, you know what, even now, it's still that way, because, you know, it kind of has that stigma when you go to places down south, you know, up on the East Coast and up north is kind of where battle rap was pretty much born. So, you know, in all honesty, it almost seems like until you beat somebody from the East Coast or somebody from up north, you almost not respected. You gotta, you know, it takes a lot to catch their eye, you know, for them to give you the high eyebrow. So if you can get their attention, you're doing something right, because it's still at a point to where, you know, they don't see battle rappers down south as being equal to them or as talented, you know, or having bars like them. So it's still kind of that way. It's a little harder to get recognition. It's a little harder,
right.
you know, than to be taken seriously. And then it's twice as hard, you know, when you're a female. So.
Ooh, that you just nailed my next question. There you boom. So adding that onto it. So adding that onto it, do that give you more of a fire? Does it make you intimidated?
You know what? It doesn't intimidate me at all. I mean, you know, it adds pressure, but to me, it's good pressure. You know, it's gonna make you. It's got to make you rise to the occasion. You know, when you, like I said, when you start getting looks and high eyebrows, and you know you starting to become on certain people's radar, then you know you must be doing something right. So
that's what
it gives that added pressure, but it's necessary pressure. Definitely.
Okay.
But you have to. But you gotta go home with though.
Okay, I could dig that. So that's interesting, man. You said necessary pressure. So people might not have ever heard nothing like that. So I commend you on that one. That's a good one. That necessary pressure. And I know exactly what you mean by that. So I could dig that. So look, this is what we're gonna do. I got another question for you, but we go ahead and go to the phone line because I think we got somebody on here might want to chime in with us. So the number to call in is 914-338-1146. It's DGambitRadio. You know what it is. So who we got on the line from area code 713 was good?
Yo.
Yeah.
What's good?
What's good? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling lovely, you know, tuning into your show for the first time. I heard Queen Baker's going to be on there ripping that 130 tribe. So, you know, just wanted to, you know, give my little shout-outs and ask a few questions.
That's what's up. So, yeah, that's how we do it, man. On this show, we spit nothing but the real. So if it's your first time calling in for anybody, you know what I mean, we do nothing but that real hip-hop, that real barbershop talk. You know what I mean? And that real, we talk about the real shit that's going on in the world. So right now we're talking about battle rap. You know what I mean? We got none other than Matrix in the building from that 130 tribe. You already know what it is. So this DGambitRadio. You know what I mean? So this is season 7. So go ahead, my man, and jump in on this conversation. And if you got a question for the guest, that's cool. But my question that I got for both of y'all, since I got y'all on the line, because when people call into the show, I always get people into the conversation. So
right.
When we talk about battle rap, first I'm going to go ahead and go with Matrix, since he's the guest at the moment. We got this interview going. So where do you feel battle rap is going? That's the first part of the question. And the second part of the question is who you looking at right now, male or female, that's killing shit right now in the game to where you just really kind of feeling where they going with their shit?
Oh man, it's so many. Like you know, I can't say that there's, you know, just one person, but it's so many. Bonnie is definitely doing her thing. Bonnie is popping up some of everywhere. Let's see who else. Then you got you have your obvious top tiers. You have your Arsenals, your Tay-Rocks, your I mean, it's a lot of people doing their thing right now. It's a lot of people doing their thing.
Rap going from here, like let's just say the next five. We don't even say 10. If you want to say 10, you go to 10. But in the next 5 years, where do you see battle rap going from your perspective?
Ooh, that's a good question.
It still keep popping. It still keep popping.
Definitely getting where battle rap is definitely being critiqued heavily and being put under the microscope. You know, it's hard to keep coming up with stuff that nobody else has come up with. So,
right.
I mean, it definitely gets aggressive. I see the competition getting stiffer and stiffer. I see the competition definitely getting stiffer and stiffer, but, you know, most people aren't even aware of battle. It's almost like battle rap is its own world, separate from music.
Yeah.
So you have your music and your artists on one side, and then you have battle rap on another side. So I don't know. I mean, the popularity is definitely there. It's being more spread, you know, in the obvious cities and states that it wasn't in before. I mean, look at all the leagues that are popping up now. By the way, let me shout out 130 Tribe Battleground.
Yeah.
130 Tribe is the squad for me. So, you know, even the league that I'm a part of is a up and coming league.
Right.
And you can also check the league out at 130tribe.com and see the featured battlers and artists that's featured on the website. But battle rap is getting extremely competitive. I mean, it really is. As long as the drama stays out of. The drama can stay to a minimum. I ain't going to say it's going to stay out because it's not going to stay out. But if the drama can be kept to a minimum, then I think battle rap is definitely going to have progressed seriously in the next 5 years.
I could dig that, especially if they start coming with that paper. But I don't think people are going to have to worry about that because I think it's too many people that's starving for that real shit. Like a lot of people, a lot of us ain't really come from the bubble gum shit, so we kind of can't really get with that, you know what I mean, and shit like that. So I think niggas really, I mean, you know, people really gonna start gravitating more towards the bar. So go ahead, my man. I know you wanna go ahead and speak on that, man. I can feel that energy. How you feel about that, man? What do you think battle rap is going from for right now? And then once again, that second part of that question is. Who do you see just tearing the shit up right now?
Oh, man. Well, I'd like to just introduce myself, you know, to all the callers. I'm King West from the 130 Tribe. So I'm just a supporter. And I think battle rap is moving at a progressing rate. I love where it's going. I mean, of course, these days, you know, to me, the origin of hip-hop, it comes from battle rap. You know what I'm saying? It comes from the breakdancing area. It comes from that competitive area, the showcasing area where one artist get on stage and may perform his song. You know, such as like back when Busy Bee and you know, Big Daddy Kane, for anybody who know the history about it. You know, I kind of really salute them for, first of all, paving the way. And I really see in the next 5 years battle rap just growing because people are yearning for something new to do. You know, the youth is too overrated with gangsters and people who like drugs and killing and drug dealing. And now people are looking for an outlet to express themselves, just like how breakdancing was an outlet for the youth to express themselves, just how like spray painting was an outlet to express themselves as well, you know. So now I see battle rap doing the same thing as it was doing back then, you know, giving the youth a chance to really come out and express themselves. And as far as people I see killing the game right now majorly, I mean, as far as mainstream, I kind of look at young brothers now that's up on the rise like 𝕷𝖎𝖋𝐿. You have your Theè that's just wilding, and I kind of want to co-sign with Major say, long as we can keep people from getting hurt at these battle rap events, you know, no real casualties, no real outbreaks, I think it has a real chance to blossom, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I could dig that, and I think that's one of the things that people need to understand, man. Like when you gotta have thick skin for that type of shit. Like if you
yes, you do. You can't
really
be emotional, baby. You can't be emotional.
Yeah, that ain't that type of thing, man. And I definitely agree with you saying as it pertains to battle rap, breaking it back to the essence, man. And that's one of the reasons why we had this show. Now I invite invite you or anybody else to listen to this whenever you get a chance. Go back and listen to the archives or whatever, even if you don't catch it when it's live on Sundays, because we always try to bring that real shit back to the forefront. And I don't mean
right to that old law.
Yeah, and I don't even mean to bring it back to where it was before and be old and stale. I mean just the principles of the whole shit as far as is something that's solid. You know what I mean? And on DGambitRadio, we not only do we get into the hip hop, this which was about the you were saying, we also lean into what's going on in the real world, because when you start talking about like people not getting hurt at these events, and when you start talking about battle rap as a business, and when that go into other things, because one of the topics I'm going to be talking about later on tonight is the black dollar. And I won't even get too deep into that right now, but that go into what you were just saying, because if we had these leagues, you know what I mean, these rap leagues, and we had these radio shows like this one, we had these companies, you know what I mean, we got to make sure that shit go where it got to go. We got to make sure that
because I feel like
up.
the culture is, kind of rejuvenating through battle rap, you know, because a lot of stuff, it always been commercial characters and artists here and there, but some kind of way we veered off from being lyrical, some kind of way we veered off from being original and creative, and battle rap is giving that more feel, that more real hip-hop feel, where you can go and actually stand around and see two artists go head-to-head and duke it out in lyrical warfare without nobody really getting hurt, without no real Twitter beef behind it. I mean, it has its social networks, you know, promoing factor, but you know where the game came from back when Tupac and Biggie was getting at it. It was like, oh, wait a minute, East Coast really don't like the West Coast. Now it's just like a friendly competition, like, yeah, I might be from the West Coast, on the East Coast battle rapping, but I'm just here to rep my coach, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here to really go blow to blow with you guys or cause any physical uproars or whatnot, but I had one question for Matrix. Like, do you got any upcoming battles, like, coming up?
Yes, I do. I'm actually battling February 25th in Miami.
Whoa, Miami.
Oh shit, okay.
Where at Miami?
I got a battle in Miami. It's for Dade County Elite Battle League. It's their GOD3, which means Game of Death 3 card, at Mixmaster Studios in Miami.
Nice.
I think I'm battling a little scrub. I got a little scrub. I ain't gonna talk too much. I don't want to give too much away, but he in for a rude awakening. His name is Young DC.
Oh, so wait. So you don't even wait. So we gonna let you go ahead and finish that. So wait. So for the people out there that's listening, a lot of people fuck with the show. So you don't even. So you taking it to everybody. You not even just battling females. You said,
oh man.
Oh, they ain't heard that.
I just started this about summer of 2016. But you know what? It's 2017. Nobody is safe. To me,
anybody can
as
get
far
it.
as everybody, anybody and everybody can get it this year. And he's definitely gonna get it.
What's his name?
Young DC.
All right, we ain't gonna say his name no more. It's Matrix in the building. You know
That's right.
February 25th, live in Miami. We go get some more of them details. Make sure you send me that information. You got me on Instagram, official Real Talk Radio, or on Instagram D8Gambit, or anywhere, man. Hotmail D8Gambit. Yeah, give me that information. We go promote the hell out of that. February 25th, Miami. Already know what it is. Shout out to BMS too. You know what I mean? Shout out to 130 Tribe in the building.
Hey.
That's right. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at @MatrixWorld. You can follow 130 Tribe is on Instagram at 130 _ I think it's well, you can follow 130 Tribe on Instagram.
Is that Matrix with 1X or 2?
Please. It's with 2 X's. Matrix with 2 X's, not 1.
Not 3 X's, huh? Not triple X, huh?
No, not 3. Not 3. 2.
Not 1, not 3, 2.
Yeah, 2.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
You already know what it is. So look, man, I'm glad that you came through, man, and I got like 2 more questions for you. And after I hit you with those 2 more questions, you're invited to stick around. We got some other topics to talk about tonight. I'm talking about Trump, bitch ass, and a couple of other things coming up next. So you already know. So shout out to my man Kenny, engineer extraordinaire. You know what I'm saying? He behind the scenes putting all of this shit together. So y'all just hear me, but you know what I'm saying? He putting it in. That's also who y'all want to go through if you want to get him on your mixtape, if you want to be on the mixtape that we got coming out. The movement is getting pretty big and shit like that. So we out here by the tens of thousands of people that's fucking with us. We appreciate that. So look, man, it's getting to that point, man. We almost at the 100th episode, man. So we got Matrix in the building. 130 Tribe is in the building, taking over.
Yeah.
What it is.